Hello everyone, in this short video I will go through the practice exercise of snap. So let us begin. So the first question we have here, we have to implement a mathematical equation in snap, and we need two input variables. One is the variable x and the variable r. So these are our input variables, and we have one output variable which is y. So I will begin by starting with the green flag, and I will create three variables, that is x, r, and the variable y, which is for our output. And then I will input the variables by using the ask block. I will ask to enter the value of x. Whatever answer I receive, I will set the variable x to the answer, and then I can duplicate this block, and then I can ask to enter the variable r, which is our second input variable, and I will set the answer to the variable r. So once I have both the input variables, I need to calculate the value of y. So I will say that set y to the equation which is given here, and this equation we can separate it into different parts. So here I will first calculate this part, which is exponential e to the power minus r multiplied by x. So I will multiply the two variables r multiplied by x, and then I want to take the negative, so I will put it in the negative block. So negative of r multiplied by x, so that will be negative r multiplied by x, and this is in the power of exponential, so I will select the exponential block from here. So e to the power negative of r multiplied by x, and then I have to add it to 1. So I will take the addition block, put 1 on the left, and then the exponential on the right side. So this will give me this equation 1 plus e to the power minus rx, and then I need to multiply it by 5. So I will take the multiplier, put 5 on the left side and this equation on the right, so that will be 5 multiplied by this whole equation. So this is our left hand side which I have calculated. The right side is the sign value which I have to calculate. So I will select the sign block from the operators, and then the input of the sign block is 5 plus x divided by r. So I will take out the addition, and then I will take out the division. And here, as you can see, I need to divide first and then add to 5. So I will put the variable x divided by r, and then this division I will put it inside the addition block, so that division is calculated first. So here we have 5 plus x divided by r, so I will put 5 here, and this whole equation is the input of sine. So this is our sine value which I have calculated, and then I need to subtract these two. So I will take out the subtraction block from the operators, and on the right side I will put the sine block, and on the left side I will put the other block. So here this is the value of y that I have calculated, and then you can display the value of y from the looks using the say block, and then you can use the join block to include text along with the value of the variable. You can say that y is equal to whatever the value that we have calculated for the variable y, and after that we can use the stop block, that is stop this script. So this will be our first question. You can save it as q1 with the name q1 and save it in the computer. You need to create a new folder on the desktop, that is, you can name this snap practice minus your student ID, whatever your ID is, and place the first question in this folder, and later on you will compress the folder to submit this assignment. So now this is the first question that we have just completed. Now we have another one, which is this is the implementation that we have here. And now we have our second part of the question, that is in the second question I want to display this series, that is 2, 3, 11, 41, 209, 1249 up to this number 8314 31281. The hint is given here. The first number is not calculated based on any expression, so that means the initial value I will start with 2. Then every next number is calculated based on the following equation. And now we need to find the pattern, and we need to write a generalized equation based on the pattern here. So first of all, if you notice the values which are changing here, so here you can see a number changing in each calculation from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, and here the value is changing from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So we can use a counter variable that starts with 1, and every time I will increase its value by 1. And when I'm writing the generalized equation, I will use the count variable on the last part, and here I will use count plus 1 block. Then notice the beginning of this expression. The numbers that you see here, that is the 2, 3, 11, 41, these are basically the previous values of the term of this series that you want to display. So for example, when I'm calculating the new value of this number in the series, I will use the old value here, which is 3. And then one more thing we have is the signs of the expressions. They are changing from negative to positive, negative to positive. So the generalized equation that we will have is, we will start by declaring two variables, that is the number and the count. The number variable will be for the terms of the series, and the count variable will be for these two parts of the expression by which these numbers are related. So count, I will begin with 1. So here I have number is equal to 2, count is equal to 1. This sign is not required, so this is unnecessary. So here we have two variables, num is equal to 2 and count is equal to 1. And then we will repeat until we exceed the maximum number here, which is 831431281. So this will be our stop condition when the number that we want to display is greater than this one. And then I will display the number first, because first I will display this number, that is 2, and then I will calculate the next number. So the next number, the generalized expression will be, it will begin with the first part of the expression is the current value of the number. So I will say num is equal to the current value of number multiplied this number here. I told you if the current value of the counter is 1, here we have count plus 1. So that's why we multiplied the current value of number by count plus 1. So this will be the left side of the expression, num multiplied by count plus 1. And then on the right side, the changing signs, we can implement them by the power of the count. We can use -1 to the power count. So when count is 1, when we are at the first term, that will be -1 to the power 1. That will give me the answer -1. And when I multiply it with the count, which is 1, it will give me an answer which is -1. In the next repetition, when the count becomes 2, so -1 to the power 2, so square of any number is always positive. So the second time, the sign will automatically change to plus, and similarly it will keep on changing whenever the power is even or odd. So this is the generalized expression. So let us implement it now. I'll start with the green flag, and I will create two variables, that is num and the variable count, and I will give them starting values here. So here we have count and we have the variable num. So count will be given a starting value of 1 and num will be given a starting value of 2. And then we will use our repeat until block with the stop condition. The stop condition is when the number variable that we have exceeds our maximum number, which is this one here, 831431281. This is the maximum number, and every time inside the repetition I will display the value of the variable num. And then I will calculate the new value of the variable num, and the new value is calculated based on this expression. So let's calculate the left side. Count plus 1 multiplied by num. So I will do the addition first, that is count plus 1, and then I will multiply it. I will put addition on the right side of multiplication. On the left side I will put the variable num. So this is the left side of my expression. On the right side I have negative 1 to the power count multiplied by the counter variable. So here I will take out the power block and then I will take out the multiplier block. So I will say negative 1 to the power count multiplied by the variable count itself. So this will be the right side of my expression, and I have to add both of them. So I will use the addition operator and place this on the right side and this block on the left side. This will be the value of the variable num, and then after that I need to increase the counter every time as well. So I will say change the counter by 1, and outside the repetition block I will stop this script. So if I run it now, let's see, I'll start with 2, 3, 11, 41, 209. So here as you can see 2, 3, 11, 41, 209, 1249. So it will run until the maximum limit, which is 831431281. And here notice that I did not use the greater equal sign because the first term of the series is the initial value of the variable num. If the first term was calculated within the loop and after that we were displaying the number, in that case we had to include the greater equal sign. Otherwise we will have an extra variable that will be printed on the stage. So you have to be careful about that. So we can save this one and call it Q2, and we can put it in the same folder, that is snap practice minus your student ID. This is the second question that you need to do. Then we have another one. The implementation is shown here also. So here this one is also interesting, that is based on if else conditions. So in this program what you have to do is to write a snap project that will ask for two inputs. One is the input for the price and the second is the country, and the country input is just a letter. It can be capital U or small u, it can be capital B or small b for Bahrain, or capital Y or small y for Yemen, and so on. So based on the country input we need to calculate the value added tax, the VAT, by multiplying the price with the rate. If the rate is 31%, for example, I will multiply 1000 by 0.31 if the country is U, if the country letter is U. So here you see I will get the answer 310. That is the VAT that is paid by the customer. And if the country letter that is inputted by the user, if it is not in the table, in that case I need to display a message that is unknown. So to implement this I need to create three variables. There are two inputs, price and the country, and then the third is the output, which is the VAT, which is calculated. So what I will do is I will start with the green flag and make a variable called price, make another variable called country, and make another variable called VAT, and then I will input the two variables. That is, the first one is to ask for the price. So I will put a question mark, what is the price, and I will set the variable price to the answer, and then I can duplicate and I can ask for the country letter as an input. So what's the country letter, and I will set the answer to the country variable. So in this way I will receive the two inputs, and then I will start checking my conditions. So if the country letter is capital U or small u, before I do that, I will make a dummy if else block that I can duplicate multiple times. So I need to use the OR operator, that is to calculate, to check if the letter of the country is capital U or small u. So I will use the equality comparison in the left and right side of the OR block. So here our variable which we need to compare is the variable country. I need to compare it on both sides. In the first case I will put capital U or small u here, and in every condition what I will do is I'm calculating the value of the VAT. I will say that set VAT to basically the value of the price, whatever the price is, the value of the price variable multiplied by the percentage, the rate. So this is our dummy block that will be applied to every country. So what I will do is I will make a duplicate of this block, place it here, and now I will check the first condition. It says if the letter is capital U or small u. So I will put here if the country is equal to capital U or small u, in that case the VAT rate is 31%, which is 0.31. That means multiply price by 0.31. Else if this is not true, I need to check for Bahrain. That means I can duplicate this one and place it inside the else, and I will simply check if the country is equal to capital B or small b. In that case the rate is 20%, so I will multiply it by 0.2, and then again else I will make another duplicate and place it inside the else block, and here I will check if the country is capital Y or small y. So I will put here capital Y or small y. In that case the multiplication factor is 7%, which is 0.07. And then again else if the country is Egypt, so I will go here, duplicate and place here if the country is equal to capital E or small e. In that case the multiplication should be by 22%, that is 0.22. and then the last condition that we have here, so I will take out this last condition block, no need to duplicate. So I will paste the condition here, that is if the country is equal to capital P or small p, that is for Pakistan the rate is 0.18, that is 18%. So this will be the calculation of the VAT. Now if the letter entered for the country is not present in this conditions, that is it is not U or B or Y or E or P, that means we will reach this else condition, which is the false condition. In that case we should display a message VAT is unknown and we should stop. So that's why what I will do is in the else I will place the block that is to say VAT is unknown, and then I will put the stop block here also, because I don't want to display any other message at this point. I will straight away stop if the inputs are wrong, if the country input is wrong. Otherwise when I get out of this complete nested if else structure, when I get out of it, I will have the value of the VAT. So what I will do is outside I will display using the say block and the operator which is join. I will say that VAT is the value which I have calculated of the variable VAT, and then I can stop the script here as well. So that will be our nested if else program, which is question number 3. If I run it, it says price, let's say 1000, it says country, let's say UAE, it should be 31%, so the answer should be 310. So it says VAT is 310, which is correct. Let's check for a letter which is not included in the nested if else. Let me enter Z. It says, sorry, let me enter the price first, that is, let's say 1000, and the country is, let's say, Z, which is not included in the conditions. So if I run it, it says VAT is unknown. So this program is running correctly. I can save it now also in the computer, and I can name the file Q3 and place it in the snap practice minus your ID folder. So this is the third program that you have to implement, and this is the solution which is also provided here. The next one is related to flowchart. So here I want to convert a flowchart into a snap project, and I will just follow the steps of the flowchart. So let me zoom in. I will start, so that means I will start with the green flag. I need to input two variables, x and y. That means I will create two variables first, named x and y. Then I need to input them because this block is in a parallelogram shape. That means I need to input. So I will go to the sensing and I will ask to enter x. Whatever answer I receive, I will set the variable x to the answer, and similarly I will duplicate this and ask for the variable y and set the variable y to the answer. So in this way I will receive two inputs, and then I need to display the name. You basically need to display your name here. So in my case I will just say my name here, that is, my name is Muhammad. Then we have a diamond shape, and I told you whenever you have a diamond shape in the flow chart, it can mean three possibilities. One is that it is a simple if block. It will be a simple if block if there is some work done in case the condition is true, and in the false condition case the branch is not doing anything. In that case it's the simple if block. If both the branches are doing some work, that means it is an if else block. But if there is one arrow in the branch that comes back to the diamond shape, that means it is a repeat until block. So the first one that we see here, it has two branches which are both going outwards. That means it is a if else block here. So what I will do is I will go to the control section and take out the if else block from there, and my condition here will be x minus y greater or equal to 2. So I will calculate x minus y. I will put x minus y and I will use the greater equal. So in the new version of Snap, you can relabel the greater sign with greater equal. So I will put x minus y on the left, greater equal to 2. This will be my condition. So if x minus y is greater equal to 2, let's calculate the right side. It says y is equal to y plus 3, which is similar to changing the value of variable y by 3. So I will put it inside the true part, that is change y by 3. Then we are still inside the true part of this if condition. So inside the true part, after changing the value of y, we have another diamond shape, but this diamond shape, it has one arrow that is coming back towards the diamond shape. That means this is a repeat until block. So I will go to the control section, take out the repeat until block and place it inside the if after change. So you have to be careful, inside the if after the change block. So here the condition for repeat until is y greater than x. So I will go to variables, take out greater than block, place it here, and I will put y greater than x. So until this condition is false, I will change the value of y by 1 every time. So I will say here, using the variables, I will say change the value of y by 1 every time and display the value of y also. So I will use the looks to display the value of variable y. This is inside the repeat until. And as soon as the condition becomes true, we have to change the value of x by 5. And remember, this is still inside the true part of the if condition. So outside the repeat until and still inside the if true block, I will put the change block here. That is outside repeat until, inside the if true block, I will say change x by 5. Change x by 5. Then in the else, now we can go to the else part. This is the else part here. So in the else part, we have another diamond shape, but both arrows are going outward and downward. So that means this is an if else block. So I will take out an if else block, place it inside the else, and here the condition is if x is greater than 0. So let me just duplicate this one, place x here, remove y, and if x is greater than 0, in that case, if it is true, I should change the value of x by 5. So I can just duplicate this change and put it in the true part here, change x by 5. Else I need to display the student ID. So you need to display your student ID. So you can use the say block and display that my ID is whatever your ID is, 2020. You will type it here. That will be your false block. So this false block is complete, and when we are outside the main if else block, I want to display the value of x and y. So what I will do is, outside the main if else block, I will use the say block, and then I will use the join operator here, and I will make 3 boxes. In the first box, I will put the value of variable x. In the second box, I will put a comma and space, and in the third box, I will put the value of variable y, and then I can stop this script. So this was the flowchart conversion. If I run it for the values, x is 2, y is also 2, I should get my name is Muhammad, and 7 and 2 should be the answers that you should receive, which is shown here in the output also. If you enter 2 and 2 as input, you should get the following output. My name is Muhammad, and I should get the answer 7 and 2. Now, this was question number 4. So this is related to snap practice exercise. So here we have 4 questions. Now the last part is related to the sample output questions. So in the final exam, you will get similar questions like this, where I can give you a block diagram and I can ask you what will be the value in the variable x after the block is completed. So this type of question, you will not get any output. Okay, so you will be just asked to type the number. What will be the output value? It can be in this way, or I can give you multiple choices. So it will be one of those two. So if you have to just type the number, that means you will have to find out how the value of variables are changing. So here, for example, I can check here. Let's see, in this block diagram, I have 3 variables, x, y, and z. Initially, x is given a value 1, y is given 2, z is given 4. Then we have a condition, if x is less than z. It's a if else condition. So let's check. X, which is 1, is it less than z? Yes, it is true. If it is true, I have a repeat until condition. Repeat until the value of x becomes greater than z. So right now the value of x is 1, z is 4. So inside the repeat until, I am changing the value of x by 2. So in the first repetition, 1 plus 2, the value of x will become 3. And I will check 3. Is it greater than z? Is it greater than 4? No. I will repeat again. So 3 plus 2, the next value will be 5. I will check 5. Is it greater than z? Yes, 5 is greater than z. So the up-to-date value of x right now will be 5. So when I get out of the if-else block, it says change x by 5. That means add more 5 to the value of variable x. So 5 plus 5, it will become 10. And then it says set x to x divided by 2. So if I divide this 10 by 2, I will get the answer 5. So the new value of variable x is 5. So the final answer of the variable x here will be 5. Similarly, here we have two variables, num1 and num2. This was from week 14. I have included it here just to demonstrate further again. So here initial value of num1 is -4, num2 is 7. And here we have repeat until num1 is equal to 0. So num1 right now is -4. So it is not equal to 0. So that means include these two steps. So change num2 by -1. So 7 minus 1, it will become 6. Change num1 by 1. So -4 plus 1, num1 will become -3. And now I will check. -3, is it equal to 0? No. So decrease num2 by -1. So num2 will become 5. And num1 I will increase. It will become -2. And then still -2 is not equal to 0. So I will again decrease num2. It will become 4. This will become -1. Still not equal to 0. So num2 will become 3 and this will become 0. Now when I check num1, is it equal to 0? Yes. When I get out of repeat until, say num2. So when I get out, the value of num2 is 3. So the output of this block on the stage, it will show the answer, which is simply 3. Similarly, we have another block here in which we have x is 4 and y is 3. So we have an AND operation and OR operation. This type of question will be a true-false question. I will give you a block like this, a conditional block, a logical block. And I will ask you, okay, what will be the answer if x is 4, y is 3? So let's check. X minus 4. Let me check the left side first. So x minus y, 4 minus 3 is 1. Is it greater than x? X is 4. So 1 is not greater than 4. So my answer is false. But I have a not block. So not of false is true. So the left side is true. And here we have AND operation. The answer of AND is true when both sides are true. So I need to check if the right side is also true or not. So here, x, is it equal to y? X is not equal to y. Okay, false. Or x less than y. So 4, is it less than 3? No. So false or false will give me false. The left side is true, the right side is false. True and false, the overall answer will be false. Let's look at the second one. X minus y, 4 minus 3 is 1. Is it greater than x? No, the answer is false. But we have OR operation here. If the right side is true, my answer will overall be true. Let's see. X, is it equal to y? No. Or x greater than y. So 4, is it greater than 3? Yes. True. True or false will give me the answer true on the right side. Left side is false. So false or true, the overall answer will be true. So the first one is false, the second one is true. So this type of questions I can ask in the exam, in the quiz also. So make sure you prepare for this. So that's it for this video. Good luck everyone.